Shalom Israel. First, I want to invoke praise and glory unto Yahweh by Shemel Shah, by Shem Kakadash, the born see Apostle El's great millstone, peace, citation, 1/3 of Israel. With this lesson, I want to title it Takes Time. Alright. And it takes time to refine something. Alright. So, trials and tribulations that we go through, expect to be in those things for, however long the Lord deems fit. For example, you may be going through like a health issue or ailment or something like that. You pray to the Lord, and it's like, you do certain things to try to alleviate it. But healing comes from the Lord. So ultimately, we just gotta wait. We gotta be patient, all right, and endure. All right, but let me read. It says, Surah 2:1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." All right, so prepare to catch hell. Set thy heart aright, get thy mind right, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. All right, so making haste in time of trouble is ultimately you trying to pull yourself out of that fire. All right, we have to go through the fire. There's no other way around it. All right, because ultimately it's for our benefit. All right, because in that fire, I'm gonna read on down, Lord. One, it says, "Cleave unto him, depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end." All right. And ultimately, look at the prophets of old. Look at Job for example. All right, we'll get that little one. But it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low state. All right, so whatever it is, financial, you lose this, you lose that, whatever you're going through. All right, be patient. All right. And understand that, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he's the one that put me in this, they put me in this predicament. So guess what? They also gonna deliver me. All right. Because the Lord, he's a man that he cannot lie. So, but he's not gonna deliver me if I don't believe on him. All right. It says, for gold here's the point I want. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. All right. And I looked up, it says, how long did it take to refine gold? All right. But it says, how long did it take for gold to be refined? The time required for gold refining can vary depending on factors such as the initial purity level. All right. And the Lord, you may be, pretty good in this, this category, for example. So your hell for that particular impurity, could be lighter than another brother's or heavier. All right, because if you think of it like a mind player, all right, brothers that play 2K and shit, creating your player, and you gotta max out their stats. All right, you can't just have 100 stamina and then the rest you gonna leave blank. No, like, so certain situations and trials and tribulations, it's all different. All right, it all varies. But guess what? We learn and grow from them, for lack of better words. But it says in most cases the refining process can be completed in as short as one day. All right, and so obviously it's just you're refining gold, but really the point I want to get from this is that it takes time, because you don't just put the gold in the fire for a few seconds and then draw it out. No, because 24 hours, that's a long day of just refining gold. So it all depends. It's just, however, some refineries may take slightly longer to ensure the highest level of purity. All right, so and guess what? That's what the Lord does with us. All right, you may be going through certain things for weeks, months, years. All right, but guess what? Moral is, we got to trust and rely on Yahweh Bashmi outside, because ultimately, he's the one that put us in this situation. He's the one that's going to deliver us. All right, and to grab the account of the Lord talking to Job, he said, "Gird up thy loins like a man gird up thy loins like a man, for I would command of thee," or something, or demand of thee. Salakia, roughly paraphrasing. So you got to man the fuck up and keep pushing. All right. because the times we going through, the times we about to go through, it's not gonna get any easier. So we got to get stronger. It says, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way right, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest he fall. And waiting is let's look at that word. Let's look up the word wait. To watch with hostile intent, lie in wait for, plot against, to watch. Be on one's guard, lie in wait for. All right. To watch, be awake. General sense of remain in some place. All right. So whatever it is you're going through, obviously, you wait for the Lord to come, come get you out or, deliver you. All right. So, but, if you make cases in the first or second scripture, your way can be completely wrong. All right. The way that the Lord didn't want you to go. All right. So that's why we got to wait for Yahweh Shemiah Shai. All right, it says, as it says, go not lest ye fall. All right, so you trying to establish your own way, you going to fall. Simple. It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. All right, and this is the promise. This is, the word of, it's impossible for the Lord to lie. All right, the words of the Lord, shall not return unto him void. All right, if he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. All right, and that's what we got to believe. So whatever situation you find yourself in, trust and believe that Yahweh Shemiah Shai, he is, and guess what? He gonna come through for us. All right, but we gotta believe that. It says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right. And do we gotta put ourselves in this category. All right. It says, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Do we trust in the Lord? All right. Certain, you gotta draw out certain testimonies you have. All right. Check. Did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Do we not fear the Lord? Check. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right. There's multiple times, we called on Yahweh Shemiah Shai, and he showed us signs, or he came through. It was literally just certain things that happened. It's like that validated that he was listening. All right. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. So you catching hell, all right, best believe that when you think you about to fall, or whatever, the Lord is going to come through. All right. But it says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that go two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what shall you do when the Lord shall visit you? All right. So I'll start reading right there. But there's only one way, and that's Yahweh Shemiah Shai. You try to establish your own way, you're going to fall, fail, and ultimately be destroyed if the Lord don't have mercy. All right. But let's go to patience. Job or James 5. All right, James 5 and 10. It says, sorry, 7. It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. All right. And fruit, it doesn't just spawn automatically. It has to grow. All right. It has to, ripen. All right. So that's how it is now. All right. We have to grow. We have to, shed off old leaves and, shit like that. All right. It says, be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. All right. Let me skip down. Let me keep reading. It says, grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standing before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. All right, so what you're going through now, if you remain faithful to Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord will indeed deliver you and bless you. All right, and that's the hope we have. All right, because look at Job, he went through all that hell. He kept his integrity and his faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, and guess what? The Lord rewarded him, with all that he lost and then some. All right. It says, but above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven. Let me skip down to 13th verse. It says, any among you afflicted, let him pray. All right, that's number one thing. All right, prayer. All right, because if you ain't praying to Yahweh Shema Shai, how you gonna? That's the voice line. That's the that's your lifeline. All right, so if you're not praying, it's like how you gonna connect to how you gonna connect to your lifeline, all right? Which is Yahweh Shema Shai. How you gonna ask him to deliver you this, that, how you gonna want him to deliver you this, that, and third, and you're not even praying, all right? So, that's what we got to keep in mind. But, ultimately, I'm gonna wrap up the video. These things take time, all right? So, whatever we're going through, continue to be patient, all right? Endure and understand that, we operate on the Lord's time. So you may think, oh yeah, it's time for me. No, even though, easier said than done, but, the Lord, when he says it's time, it's time. All right. And, I think there's another scripture. There you go. Burden. I'll just paraphrase it because I forgot how it was worded. But basically, the Lord, he's not going to put too much on you that you can't handle. All right, so, be patient, all right? And, we got to man the fuck up and keep pushing, all right? So, honestly, with that, Lord willing, let's edifying. I want to give all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, by Shema Shai, by Shema Dash. Till next time, shalom.